Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with the Gemini readings for the Gemini idols, and I'm going to again do a double reading for two of Twice members, Dahyun and I don't know how to pronounce the sorry, the Magnus name. I don't know if it's Tzuyu or Chui. So yeah, I guess it's pronounced Tui. So I've been told, but if I'm not doing it correctly, I apologize beforehand because I know it can sound a bit weird. So yes, I'm going to be reading for the both of them. I placed Dahyun on the upper side, and Tui, I placed her like her cards below. So yes, I'm going to start first with Dahyun, and then I'm going to read the magnet. So let's start. Dahyun, she got 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and actually not 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. And from the Oracle, she got the card of Venus in Cancer birth. So honestly, I think that it's a bit redundant to say this, but because Twice members always get these pentacles, these are women that are always working, are always perfectioning themselves, and this reflects definitely in the cards. I think that the stars, her energy is a bit on the defensive, in the sense that probably she's a bit exhausted from everything, the routine, but she still holds her ground, she still resists. The 9 of Wands in here is like, okay, I'm tired, but I'm going to resist anyway, like I'm going to continue. I think that she's very stubborn. Definitely, I can see that she's very stubborn, and I think that she could have in the past, or she had recently, some discussions with people or disagreement with people because of the exhaustion that she's experiencing, or probably, even when it comes to the organization, or something that has to do with work, I guess, and having like a very strong opinion, being very like opinionated, and actually like speaking up against probably things that she doesn't find like is fair. I think that probably has to do also with defending the members. Definitely in her, I can see the Gemini energy, in the sense that she seems to be very vocal and open about when there are things that she doesn't like, or that she feels like is a threat to her group, or the group dynamic, or the group well-being. So I guess I don't know. It just gives me this vibe of her being probably like resisting, like the word I mentioned at the beginning, because she's like, okay, I have to remain strong. I have to remain tough, because otherwise they're going to interrupt our whole work, or they're going to, I don't know. I think that it has to do with defending your work, and also defending your point of view, and just being very assertive, and just like being very sharp somehow, because I think that probably, being a female in this industry, whenever I see girl groups, whenever I see Twice, it definitely shows that these females definitely do not rest. Like there's a sense of like, okay, they have to work extra hard, and even when they do it, and even when there's like sort of like records, or like a continuation of her work. It seems like it's never appreciated. Like somehow there's this sense of like, oh, you are so good at your job that you it's expected of you to keep delivering what you had been delivering, you know. And she's like, you know, we deserve a bit of a break sometimes, you know. She's like, you know, sometimes I'm not in the mood for people having a sort of attitude. You know, I don't know if they they often have to deal with rude people or with people being very demanding, probably like managers or things. And her, you know, trying really hard to hold her tongue, you know, and actually not start a discussion. But at the end, I think that as the Gemini that she is, I think that she definitely like she loses a bit her temper, and she's like, because of the accumulation of exhaustion and responsibilities and a lot of weight on her shoulders, a lot of baggage, a lot of just a lot of things that she has to endure. Sometimes this contributes to her feeling a bit on the defensive. You know, it's like, please talk to me nicely, or please like give me good news. Like I don't want negativity in here. Like I don't want it for us. Definitely here next to the 10 of Pentacles, she for her, you know, definitely the girls, the group is a family, and she's like, okay, if I don't defend my family, who will defend them? You know, there's a sense of like, okay, um, like I have to defend my teammates, and sometimes I just cannot help it. I have to say something out loud, and probably she has this sort of like way of probably, you know, like not saying it directly, but probably ending up just telling it like it is, you know, and speaking some truth when there's a bit of tension in the air, you know, when there's when things are not being said. I think that there's something about like probably when they feel, or them as a group, you know, I feel like when they feel the burden, or when they feel the the most pressured or the most stressed, is the moment where it seems like they do not talk about, you know, that they need room, you know, to somehow relax, or that they need to be left alone a bit. I don't know if I know there's a lot of members, but also there's this sense of that there's a lot of people also like being next to them. So I sense a very crowded room, you know, like having no privacy at all, you know, people just being around you, touching you, talking to you, like arranging things and being just all over you, you know, and her feeling a bit like like a, a bit I would say like she gets a bit sensitive with all these people around her and all the energy, you know. I believe she's very sensitive. She's a very sensitive person, and she can get a bit triggered because of this, because it's like I'm sensing something in the room, or you know, there's all these people like in my energetic field, like just touching me and arranging things and touching my hair and touching my body and arranging my clothes and just being on my face all the time, and I just want to be left alone. So I have to, maybe she's a bit of passive aggressive, you know. See, she says it like a joke, but she says it because it's like, I think it has to do with privacy, honestly. I think that probably the girls, I call them the girls because for me they are very young. Um, I think that they need privacy. You know, I think that this is something that probably as time passes, it's more evident that they need their time alone. You know, like, but definitely for her, it's like, okay, I get it that it's part of the job. Uh, I see her working on something. I don't know if she's going to do some individual work. But honestly, like I see her perfectionating in something, like working on something. Like I don't know if they will have a comeback or, but I see her like working very diligently on something. Definitely this year is going to be about that, about working very much on the details, like being very concentrated, and probably, she probably wants to get back at that, get back at working on the details, probably creating something new, because we have Venus in Cancer birth. So I think that there's a personal, an individual work or project that she wants to deliver, that she wants to give birth to something. I think that there's something about probably her individuality that also is like calling her door, and it's like, yeah, we are all a family, but sometimes maybe it would be nice if you focus on yourself. Because I think that she gets overwhelmed from time to time. I definitely feel it in myself, like feel it very, very anxious, and this is not, definitely is, I don't see her like being individualistic nor selfish, because honestly I see, the Ten of Pentacles in the middle is like her vision definitely has to do with the group. I think that she's a teamwork person. But I think that probably is the routine as well. That she feels very heavy because there's a lot of things to do, there's a lot of things to learn, there's a lot of things to rehearsal. So maybe she's looking for something original and out of the ordinary or out of the routinary. But yeah, I think that she wants to create something that can help her connect with her more sensitive side. Probably she's going to feel very sensitive this year, because with this card that is Venus in Cancer, I think that, and also the Cancer placement is the fourth house, is the house of home, the family, and I think that there's something about that, I think that she's the kind of person that there's something about, when I mention family and being with all these people together, and somehow she sometimes loses herself because she's always surrounded by family, quote unquote family, community, a group of people, and she sometimes loses herself among these people. So I think that she's looking for a sort of way out of like, okay, I need some time alone. So I don't know if maybe there's drama, um, if there's something going on in the community or in the group of people that she's like finding it annoying sometimes, and she's like, I want to get away from this, but she cannot do it because she has a very tight schedule. Like it seems like it's already decided how they're going to work and what they're going to work on, because with the seven of the eight of Pentacles, definitely I see like a lot of like arrange things already. So yeah, I definitely like see her like probably struggling a bit with that. But she wants to create something. I think that she wants to create something. She wants to feel again. She wants to feel like a creator. Definitely. But yeah, she probably is going to feel very emotional. This year is going to be very emotional. She's going to have her moments where she could have a sort of like reactions that are very emotional, that you're like, oh my god, like what's going on with you, but just she's a very caring person. She definitely cares for others. But I think that there's something about being constantly surrounded by people that she's just annoyed. And she just wishes things could change a bit. Maybe there's a lot of routine in her life and she's a bit fed up of that. Then let's move on to the Magne, to Tzuyu. She starts with the King of Wands, the Chariot, the Hermit, Eight of Cups, and from the Oracle she got the card of Jupiter in Aquarius, Innovation. For Tui, honestly, there's something very. First of all, this King of Wands in here is very prominent figure. I'm like, I would want to say that this is like her energy, but I cannot help to think that this is someone that is very that is very important in her life. Someone that is very influential in her life, someone that had been in her life for a while. So I don't know if she's dating someone. Probably this person is very powerful. Probably older than her, like a business person. And things have been going very well. He got the Chariot. So with him, with this influential person, it comes a lot of advances. A very heartfelt, like kind of advance. I think that there's this sense of like probably she felt stuck in her life before, like trying to find a sense to or a reason why she is doing what she's doing and what is her calling. But I think that this person somehow was able to bring her out of that sort of loneliness. There's I have the Hermit in here, so definitely she is a person that she is a sort of mystery. She is a sort of mystery. So whoever this person is, definitely this person is very different to her energy, because I sense that this person is like a leader, it could also be like a father figure, this is why I'm saying like he's older. And he's like somehow the kind of person that motivates you to do a lot of things, like, oh, let's go here, let's do this, sort of like motivational coach. But I think that it's a good influence for her. But honestly, like I see her very much into herself. Like I don't know why I think that this guy definitely has like a very strong intention with like moving forward with the connection. Like I wouldn't say relationship, but to move forward with the connection, and then I see the Hermit and the Eight of Cups. So there's this sense that I believe is coming from her energy, that she's like I wouldn't say like she's rejecting him, but she's like not being available for him. She probably like accepted his advances and maybe they interacted a little, or they're going to keep like meeting each other, but then she has the Hermit, and then she has the Eight of Cups. So there's this feeling of like, okay, I'm leaving this scene, like I'm leaving this because I need to focus on myself. She's a bit of a loner, honestly. Like her energy, definitely, it's very. I don't know. It just feels strange. It feels very cold, very detached. Like she doesn't feel that much. Definitely the guy, I think that the guy is going to be persistent and probably is going to try to reach out to her, but I think that she will not be available. Emotionally, I mean. like there's something about her that it's very, very hard to reach. It's very hard to get to know her. Um, and honestly, I think that she had invitations, propositions before, and she's just not interested. She's not interested. And she definitely, like, she just leaves, when things are not what she wants to do, she just leaves, or probably if she is like spending time with you, she's just disconnected totally of the experience. Um, so I guess it does make sense a bit that she has this sort of king of wands, this very powerful figure, this almost this very bossy and a passionate person, wanting to conquer her or wanting to spend time with her and get to know her and like make her fall in love, conquer her basically, and I think that just things get weird eventually with her because she is not. I think she's not interested. I think she's not interested in love or relationships at the moment. She just wants to be left alone. And probably if she does accept to go on dates with people, it's because they are very insistent, or because someone else is like, oh, you should go out with this person, or you should go and meet with this person. It's more like other people's idea or proposition. I don't see her like being like, okay, I'm interested in this person, like I want to see them. I actually think that she doesn't feel like that. She's much more focused on herself, on growing herself. She's in a very, I wouldn't say like a spiritual journey, but it seems like she just wants to be left alone, and this is like, okay, yeah, I have work to do, like I'm surrounded by people, but honestly, like I don't connect with these people. Like she's elsewhere in her mind, and in her spirit as well. um it's like you can be seated next to her, but that doesn't mean that she is with you, like um and it's also very interesting because for Dayan I also got this sense of like, oh, yeah, I also want to walk away from these people and I want to be left alone. So I wonder how is their experience as women in this industry, about for Dayon, I don't see like someone like a special someone, or I don't see like a date, or a suitor, or a partner. I don't see anyone, but for Sui I do see it. For Tui I do see it, and it's very clear the advances of this person. This person had been very insistent from the beginning. I think that this is, it's not that is appearing right now. He had been around for a while. And probably is a very influential person, someone that owns a business, or has a very successful like a kind of career or enterprise, definitely not an idol. This is someone with money, what I mean is with a sort of like someone with a company, a CEO, because they have this sort of like, even I would say a bit superficial, like kind of attitude of like, okay, in my business, I'm used to getting what I want. So in relationships, I am like that. And I show off like that, I show up like that. I think women find that cute about me, that I am a boss. It's weird. It's weird, but I think that she's like, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Like, even if she tries to give him a chance or to have a few dates or to see him, emotionally, she's not there. Like um, she's tough to get to know. She's different. There's something about her. Like, I wonder what it goes on in her mind, because it's a mystery, sort of. Um, and then from the oracle, she got the card of Jupiter in Aries, not Aries, Aquarius, innovation. So see, there's this sense of like, I am different. I think that she definitely wants to be. She wants to innovate. She wants to be weird. She got an Aquarius card, so I'm like, this girl definitely wants to do the opposite of what people expect from her. And this is not about being a member of Twice. This is a personal desire of her being very, very different and innovating and bringing innovation, probably, when it comes to her family values or, the values of her community. She wants to walk away from all those. And she's like, I'm different. I'm from a new generation. I want things differently. I don't resonate with these values anymore. Like, I'm figuring it out myself. Like, I don't know what I want. So yes, definitely she is looking for some innovation in her life. And I think that probably she's going to go through a lot of like soul searching, and you're going to see her like walk away from situations or connections. It's just that it's very hard to read her because she's very private. Here in this reading, I get this feeling like, that a lot of people speculate about her, like somehow trying to figure her out, but at the end, the cards is like, you have no idea. So I think that that's also very, very interesting to take, and I think that probably if she has these sort of like suitors or these people that are interested in her, definitely it makes sense that they are so fixated on her, or that they are so like actively, thinking about her, because she is a mystery. So yeah, like, I don't know, like, yeah, I think that she's definitely like, she's a mystery, and I don't think that you're going to be able to figure her out. But definitely she's like, she's a slowly like, I think that she's very like gracious in the way she just walks out or just leaves places or situations that she doesn't feel comfortable with. And she probably is very quiet. She does it in a very quiet manner, like a sort of a very elegant manner as well. She's like, oh yes, thank you so much, bye. So definitely that's what I get from her energy, that you cannot put a label on her or what she is going to do or how she's going to react. Like, you can speculate, but you will never get to see like the real her. Because she doesn't know herself. So this is why she has the hermit, because she definitely like is aware that she feels different inside, and that probably she feels like no one understands what it's like to be her. But at the same time, she's like, I'm learning, I'm experiencing this, so don't put labels on me, because honestly, there's no certainties in here. So, so yeah, expect her to bring innovation, to sort of like also cut some like traditionalism. If maybe there's a lot of traditions or something surrounding her, she can be the one that introduces the change. So yes, guys, this is all I have for the two of them. I hope it made sense. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.